Hi everyone, my name is Sarah and I work for California State Parks and the Oceano Dunes District here on the central coast of California. The earliest residents of this region of California are the Northern Chumash Native Americans. The Northern Chumash have been here for more than 10,000 years and the dunes continue to be an important part of their cultural heritage. Today, descendants of the Northern Chumash tribe, Yaktichu, Yaktilhini, continue to live amongst the same places as their ancestors, carrying on their language and traditions. Throughout this video series, we're going to learn about the Chumash culture as we focus on how the early ancestors of the Northern Chumash lived and used the natural resources of this beautiful area. And I am so excited that you decided to join me today because we're going to be talking about Northern Chumash games. Games were a very important part of their culture, played by men, women, and children. Some games required skill, hand-eye coordination. Other games required luck and chance. Sometimes bets were placed on these games, and even political offices were decided based on the outcome of these games. All right, without further ado, let's go ahead and learn about the two games I have for you today. Here is a little bit about the first one. The first game I'm going to talk about today was a hoop and stick game. This simple game was often played by children and uses a twig bent into the shape of a ring, a stick, and a long string made from cordage. Cordage is a type of strong, thin rope made out of natural strings and fibers. A small ring or hoop was made from willow twigs, which are extremely flexible. Watch how this willow twig bends perfectly into the hoop shape. Now compared to this twig, not a willow tree, that snaps almost immediately. The object of the game is to place the ring or hoop around the stick by tossing it up into the air and catching it onto the stick. This was a game that was known to help improve hand-eye coordination, an important part of hunting in the Northern Chumash culture. The next game we're going to focus on today was a dice game with dice made from shells of the black walnut. This was a popular game among women, and to make the dice, 6 walnuts were cut in half, the shells were hollowed out and filled with tar, and pieces of abalone were even added for decoration. This game was typically played on a large, flat basket tray. Here is how the game is played. First, you have 2 people sit on opposite sides of one another, and decide who will be odds and who will be evens. Then decide who will go first. The first player rolls the dice and counts how many walnut shells have landed with the flat tar-fill side facing up. The same player rolls the dice a second and a third time, and at the end of the 3 throws, if the numbers add up to an even number and the player had chosen to be even, they receive a counter stick, which was a decorated stick used to keep score. If you were to win an even round and get a counter stick, you get to go again until the numbers add up to an odd number, in which case you would receive no counter stick and the turn would pass to your opponent. After all the counter sticks are taken from the center pile, you would start to take sticks from your opponent's pile until one person has all of the counter sticks. Well, how about that? So as you can see, the Northern Chumash played games for a variety of reasons. They were very important to their culture, whether it be building skill or just for entertainment. Now, one of my favorite games that I like to play with my friends and family is called Go Fish. Maybe you've heard about it. And I want to challenge you. Keeping the Northern Chumash games in mind, I want you to think about games you play with your friends and family and make a video telling me about it. And I really want to know what the rules are and what makes this special to you. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you learned something about the Northern Chumash culture, and I will see you next time. To learn more, please subscribe to our YouTube page and follow our park social media channels. Thanks so much for watching and see you next time.